it's a woman and a man having sex. Then it became like it's going to be gay. Then it became now it's going to be trans. Then it came, oh, she's going to dress up like she's 14 years old. That is introducing to the palate pedophilia. Okay, and that's the same thing. You have the quotation.
Is it the one that says the only reason that Jews are in pornography is that we think that Christ sucks?
Direct quotes.
But that's
a quote. So
there's a lot of really wild.
But again, so
you're one of the founders, so the earliest people that brought hardcore pornography to America. So it's like, to me, it's so patronizing when people are like, it's a conspiracy, when he can just outwardly say what he was doing. He told you what he was doing. And listen, again, he's one person. Now, I think
that's all I was saying. Exactly. It's just one person. Whether you bring up him or Margaret Sanger or whoever, the individuals that took something and demonized it.
But they brought it. It wasn't demonized. It is demonic. They brought something that was demonic to American culture that did not exist before it, with a very clear understanding of why he was bringing it.
So let's
thread this thing. Passed to allow pornography more freedom than it's ever reigned. So it's like you can't ignore these steps.
So let's thread this thing, because I need to make this clear, because my ultimate thing where I was strongly disagreeing with you is that we were saying that there's this ultimate group of individuals, like whatever dude's name was, that are saying, oh, we're all conspiring together to bring evil to the world and to fight against Christ. Now, if there's just one sick individual.
Not one sick individual. There's
and they're all of it. They all in a group in a room together.
Not in a room together. They're like I believe, and this is after I did an episode on this, which people should watch, about the origins of NASA. Satanic, literal satanic. So you can't sit here and ignore the fact that literal Satanists, and I believe that it was this group of people. The religion was called Thelema, satanic. Aleister Crowley is a name that people are familiar with. Mm-hmm. They established NASA. They were saying satanic chants every time they were lighting a rocket in the desert over here in California, in Pasadena, or actually Devil's Canyon. And they were open about the fact that they were having demonic sexual rituals, believe that they had summoned demons. This is not a conspiracy. This is on Wikipedia too. Look it up. Look up Jack Parsons and what he contributed to NASA. What is NASA? Nobody knows. It's a conspiracy to say, that we didn't go to the moon. Okay, well, we didn't. Okay, it was a psychological operation so that they could just take trillions and trillions of dollars and nobody knows where it's going. It's a black op.
So when someone who's watching this, I would see the people in the comments, they're like, yo, she's crazy.
They're not actually, because I think people are now awake to this. Look it up yourself.
There's some people that are going to.
No, I'm telling you who you can look up. So go watch my episode on the satanic origins of NASA. It's not a conspiracy. Openly, Jack Parsons was considered the protege of Aleister Crowley. These were literal Satanists, right? He wrote an entire book. They believed they had summoned demons. He was trying to get a woman who was a virgin pregnant via satanic rituals that were happening out here in California. He wrote to Aleister Crowley that he was going to produce a moon child, as he called it. This is on Wikipedia. I'm not like Reddit threading you guys here. You can look this up. Jack Parsons, he did this, and then he said he was successful, that he got this woman pregnant, and he called it his moon child. They were having these sexual rituals right out here in Los Angeles, in Pasadena, and they were getting caught, and the police would come over. They were being funded by universities. They were being funded by the government. The government gave him a deal to be able to do this. So again, the Gutenberg family, Guggenheim family also funded him in his experiments, and he was openly a Satanist. So I'm not saying stuff because I want you to become a conspiracy theorist. I'm saying stuff because I want you to at least begin doing some surface Wikipedia searches, because we are not going to win if you're too afraid to call these things what they are, which is satanic. We are fighting a spiritual battle. The conspiracy is against Christ.
So I'll go here a little further, because when we speak of spiritual warfare, we know that to be real, but people come from different walks of life and have different beliefs on where the spirits enter and what's demonic, what's satanic, what's not. Even based off of all of the 40,000 different denominations of Christianity. There's certain things that we believe we can do that we can't do based off of our traditions and how we picked up. But in ultimate, when we're in this current day and age, and we're sitting here and we're in cancel culture, and like I said, I was saying, like, there's gonna be some people that are like, oh, she's crazy, but then there's gonna be some people who are like, yo,
Wikipedia.
But they're saying, yo, we're scared of her. She's saying things that we have to silence her.
Mm-hmm. Well, this gets into your fears, because you were canceled.
I was canceled. And like in a very similar thing. That's kind of what I was going to bring up based off of what I learned. You know what I mean?
Did you learn, or were you like Kyrie Irving, 6 steps back to your life type
Nah,
thing?
because to this day, I leaned into everything I said, from whether it's sitting with, Minister Farrakhan, who told me that if there's something that I said that wasn't true, do away with it. But if it's truth, continue to speak truth to power. And in that sense, I have a podcast with, the CEO of the ADL, and Jonathan and I have difficult conversations and go back and forth, because it's like, if I believe something to be true and it's my truth, I don't care who hears it. Now, and to your point, and because it happened to you as well, where someone can take, we're sitting here, and it's because it's probably gonna happen with this interview.
With me.
We're sitting here and we're saying things in the goal to counsel people, but someone will take a clip and say you said this or said this like this. They're gonna be, you called a certain group of people satanic, and there it is.
They literally said, like,
I'm not just talking about what's gonna happen.
And by the way, I like calling them satanic because it's not Christianity, it's not Judaism, it's not Islam. Okay, that's important. It actually, they're hiding within all of these religions, and they get people to react. So it's like, this dude obviously is not a follower of the Torah, right? He happens to be Jewish, but he's obviously not a follower of the Torah. No, look, a follower of the Torah would not be saying what he's saying. Jack Parsons, I believe, on paper, his parents were Christian, right? But he's not representative of the Christian community. He worships Satan. I mean, he worshipped Aleister Crowley's religion, which was known as the Lema.
So to get back to what I was kind of zoning in on, and when we have every right intention to spread truth, to put, hopefully, I don't want to get on a high horse, or like to save, people from damnation or being influenced by Satan and demons, but our own rhetoric is used against us to call us hateful, to say that we're anti-Semitic, or to say that we're self-hating, or we've been broken, and all of the things, Uncle Tom's, where ultimately, like, we said this in our last session, and I say this here, where I don't see in our exchange of energy and even discourse, I don't see someone hateful. I don't see someone with an agenda to whatever they think your agenda is. I see someone who's really trying to help and educate people, someone who's brilliant and wants everyone else to read what she's read, know what she knows. But like me, like you, when you can say something that offends someone and someone's emotions get involved, then that becomes the story. That becomes the attack on Candace Owens, opposed to your ultimate mission, where you were really just trying to help people. So what I learned through the process is, and it's funny, as a father, I learned this and deal with this with my son, is like, when you start throwing rocks and someone gets hit by a rock that you weren't intending to hit with that rock, you still gotta apologize. You still have to understand the power in which you have. Your voice is so strong. The words, the knowledge that you have, that if you, not even if you say it wrong, if you say it correctly, they're gonna dice it up and use it for evil. And in that sense, if you want to continue the mission of good, if you want to continue the mission of God, you have to you gotta rise to a higher frequency and say, you know what? I apologize that I hurt you. And
see, I can't do that. If I told the truth and you got hurt by it, I can't apologize.
Why?
I absolutely refuse to.
What is stopping the goodness in you?
Because then I would be lying. I'm never sorry when I tell someone the truth. I'm never sorry when I tell someone the truth. No.
You're a mother.
I'm a mother, yeah. And
you know your children's feelings.
We're not dealing with children. That's the problem. We're dealing with adults. Yeah. So the idea of me apologizing, because, and this is funny because I was texting earlier with Ray J. He saw a clip of me and Don Lemon, and he was saying,
that's an hilarious clip. Just use texting with Ray J.
And Don Lemon was looking for an apology. Oh, this clip. And Don Lemon was looking for an apology, but Ray J, I guess, was saying that he knew some trans women, and I'm like,
he has a whole trans network,
and it's just whatever he's doing there. Yeah. To me, is demonic. It's demonic. It's because it's a lie. Okay. And so I was like, yes, have a conversation. Of course, respectfully. If you say to me, you should respect people, I always respect people. I would disrespect you if I lied to you. I'm not going to call a man
Okay.
a woman. I'm not going to call a woman a man. I'm not
Okay.
going to say sorry
But
for
this is
saying
all
telling the
your
truth.
beliefs.
It's not my belief. A woman cannot be a man, and a man cannot be a woman. It's not belief.
Again, but I'm saying in your perception of the world is different from someone else's, because just as emphatic as you are, that you believe what you just said, there's someone that believes emphatically the opposite.
Okay, so what you're talking about is the idea that everything can be subjective and there's no such thing as truth. And let me tell you why that.
Not necessarily.
But that's why it's either yes or no.
No, because
You either
we're either
believe
talking about
objective-
feelings or facts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I believe there is objective truth. Okay.
Okay.
A person that is born a man, okay, a person that is born with a penis, as we call it, okay, cannot ever grow up and give birth. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so there is such thing as an objective truth. I will not apologize for sharing objective truth. I'm not going to apologize for not saying because his feelings are hurt and you
Well,
see how
why?
I feel. Because
Because so you have no problem going throughout the world hurting people's feelings.
I have no problem going out the world. That's why I'm going to pitch it, telling people the truth so they can better their lives. So they can live in reality and not the ones
But
not
what
the
if,
fantasy land that
what
they're
if
creating for
someone
their lives.
believes that is a better life for them?
Okay, well let's play your way then. Let's do it the other way. There are a group of people who are now referring to themselves as minor attracted people.
Oh, there you go. Can't go there.
Hey, but that's what they believe. They believe that they are in
Use
love
the
and
same argument
want
with
to
people.
have sex with children. They believe that, Nick. They believe it. And are you going to apologize when you call them pedophiles? Are you going to apologize, Nick? Are you going to have them on your podcast?
It's a hell of a
Don't you
point.
understand how they feel on the inside when you say that they can't have sex with 8-year-olds?
That is a hell of a point.
It is. The slippery slope is not a fallacy. It is reality. We are living the slippery slope.
Mm.
So somebody's going to have to produce the wall. So there's going to be a lot of voices that need to be objective and tell people the truth. I'm very happy to be those voices. If you're looking for me to, make you feel good, I can't be your mommy. I can't. I tell you something. I can't be your mommy.
But see, that's what I said. It's
I can't.
two
I'm not
different.
your mommy. You're not a toddler. You're an adult.
But see,
This is what truth is. And if you can't deal with truth, then you're going to have a very tough life, way tougher than having to listen to Candace Owens say, you are a man on the internet.
So, but again, in your ultimate goal, what is your ultimate goal?
For my children to grow up in a world that is still dictated by reality and not feelings, because that's the thing. We are passing this world off. So you have to appreciate that we're now the adults. We're the adults in the room, right? And right now we have a bunch of adults who are too scared to even say the truth. So forget the generations who had to find within themselves the strength to go to a foreign country and potentially die fighting for freedom. We're now a generation where it's so easy for us to preserve freedom. It's so easy for us to preserve righteousness. We just have to be willing to be called mean names on the internet and have mean articles written about me. People say to me, oh, Candace, how do you deal with all this hate? I don't care. But literally, I don't care. It's like I really hope people listening to this understand, before you even write that comment, how little of a shit I give about it. Like, I want you to know that when you're writing it, whatever about her, I just don't care. And it shocks people because you know why? I live my life with real truth, right? I have a husband who loves me. I have 3 healthy children. I am close with my sisters, my cousins here. She does my makeup. Like, the Bible kind of gets it right. If you start living by the Bible, you will have this same confidence. You will find the audacity. You will realize this is not it. So you might as well contribute truth, because you're going to meet your maker. You are going to meet your creator one day. And your creator is not, whatever organization, the SBL, I think I'm on the SBLC's list, the ADL list. I just don't care. Right? They shouldn't put together these lists. They shouldn't waste their time putting me on their list, because I literally don't give a shit.
Mm.
And so that's why they hate me the most, because they know I don't fear them. I fear telling a lie. That's what I fear. That's my fear in life.
Wow. So and people's feelings don't matter to you whatsoever.
I'm just not their mommies.
But that again, because the point that I was making, we'll wrap this session up as well. But the only point that I was making, in someone who has such a strong faith, and is attempting to be as Christ-like as possible, to go waving that sword at everybody that doesn't agree with you. And because ultimately you're hurting their feelings. They're crying. There's an adverse reaction to what you're saying because it hurts them. in their well-being. You're speaking to some people that's all they know. That's all they are. Now, if I'm really trying to operate on the highest frequency, I'm like, I'm gonna let you do you. Unless you come into my space with something that will then harm me, who am I to judge what you do with your life? Especially if I'm attempting to be the one that's saying, hey, I am a light. Let my reflection shine to you, so then maybe we can have discourse or whatever. But if I'm out there spewing things at a community, then
I'm not spewing things at a community. I get asked a question and I answer it. And that's the wildest part. People will literally ask me what I think, like Don Lemon did.
yeah,
And
I
I
saw
gave
your
her an answer.
answer. But
And then
that
people go,
was
oh my gosh, I can't believe she has the audacity to say this stuff. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think, because you said you believed he was sinning based off of
His homosexual marriage. He is sinning.
But everybody's sinning. You if you eat some bacon a day, you sinning. Like,
to
it's like,
be very clear, he then raised the point that everybody sins. I said, yes, that wasn't the question that was asked of me.
so that, and to me, that exchange, like, I watched the whole thing. That was probably one of the soft